Today on Create, it's time for the Holy Grail, Andesite Alloy Factory. Think about it. Everything in this mod is made of it, and we're just gonna make it out of cobblestone. And all we have to do is wait. Now that's a good enough reason to install those display links I always wanted. I don't know quite how we're gonna do all of this stuff today, but I do know one single thing. Meet Day Shift, everyone! He's a drowned, because all of our factories are gonna be employing zombies. And he's a drowned specifically because during the day he doesn't actually attack. Hence the name. We'll be building all over this place today. We'll be kind of expanding this. So I actually need to move Day Shift quite a few blocks out of the way, only so that later Day Shift can move back in. Are you trying to get back in water, my man? This is gonna be tricky. Come on, dude, come on, get in. Get in the yay! Now let's get you nice and situated here, in the back alley. I promise you'll be nice and cozy in the factory soon enough. And while we're here, look! I actually mirrored the other side of the ship, just like I promised. And I didn't forget to do that. Truly, I'm not like other YouTubers. Other YouTubers don't spend 5 episodes fixing a single iron farm. If you now think about it, this episode really is just about expanding the iron farm's capability, because here's what we need if we want an Andesite Alloy factory. First and foremost, iron nuggets, and that's what this building produces. But second, andesite, which you can actually craft and create, and vanilla Minecraft. But you can also compact it out of gravel and flint, which are the byproducts of this here factory as well. A byproduct we have entirely too much of, if you ask me, but you know, that's why we're doing this. The third ingredient, however, to all of this is lava. And that's where we're kind of stumbling a little bit. Now, you can trick Create into like recognizing a giant pool of lava as just infinite and essentially letting you just chug from it for forever. But we're not doing that this episode just yet. Instead, I really do want a regular, normal vanilla lava farm, because it's actually really easy to chug lava from it once you have that set up. This does, however, mean that we will need some dripstone and pointed dripstone, so into the caves I go! Luckily the jetpack makes exploring, and especially exploring caves, kind of trivial, and I have been here, so I do seem to remember that there's been a giant cave with some dripstone somewhere nearby. But I could be just straight up misremembering and I'll just get lost and stuck and die. No, there it is! The cave, I mean, not the dripstone. This is gonna be a little longer of a trek than I anticipated. See, I thought that this entire mission is gonna be easy peasy lemon squeezy, but this is tough. Day 35 of the underground expedition. Provisions are low and the fuel supply is running out. What's worse, half the audience now has motion sickness from the constant bobbing of the jetpack. Day 60 of the dripstone pointed expedition. I'm starting to think that this video might be late a little bit. Oh, this is the worst! This is the absolute worst. Look at this. We actually found a kind of an area with dripstone all over it, but look at that. None of it is pointy. Give me my stalactites. I need the Doritos. I need the triangles. Day 185 of the expedition. I have decided that dripstone doesn't exist. Coming home, I actually realized that we have a second way of making andesite in the game. And that, once again, has something to do with the vanilla Minecraft, because you can craft andesite out of diorite. But little known fact, and little used thing, is that you can also craft diorite out of cobblestone. So here's my thinking. Let's say we got some cobblestone, we can crush it through the crusher to get ourselves some gravel. We then crush that gravel to get some sand. That sand then can be easily hunted using the fan network into becoming soul sand. And once the soul sand is sold, we can absolutely wash it to get this, acquire quartz. We can combine that with cobblestone we can combine that diorite with cobblestone again and get andesite. This is pretty flipping cool. All it needs really is a cobblestone generator, and it's absolutely self-sustainable, and we do not need any flipping gravel, anything, no lava, no nothing. And it's great, and it's a really convenient recipe that I absolutely recommend you try. For me, however, this entire method doesn't solve one crucial thing, and that is, it doesn't get rid of my giant vault full of flipping flint. Yeah, it's cool and all that we can just mix diorite with cobble to get andesite and like use it for andesite alloy, but it is honestly way more tempting to just get rid of all the gravel and flint we've been stockpiling by combining it into the pretty useful block. So today I'm thinking we're just gonna skip building the lava farm for the time being. I still want one, obviously I still want one, that's how I'm gonna fuel my jetpack in the future. But we will for now just kinda grab a giant tank of lava somewhere and use that instead. And then eventually, maybe in the next episode, we'll actually make a dripstone powered lava farm. I'll put it on my vision board. Okay, so here's the star of the hour basin, and here's the star of the hour mixer. There can be more than one star of the hour, an hour has a lot of time in it. And our goal today is essentially to deliver one of the gravel and two of the flint and some of the lava into this central spot. And then whatever falls out we'll mix in with some iron nuggets. It's only a little bit of a logistical challenge. Here you go, this is what you're supposed to make, buddy. So here's what we need to accomplish except automate it. 2 of the flint, 1 of the gravel, 1 of the lava. Soften cranks the crap out of this, and andesite comes out. Look at that. Now we just need to somehow automate the entire process, and yeah, I already have some conveyor belt shafts installed here and over there for our convenience. We will be giving this factory its own power supply, mind you. I don't want to dip into the steam thingy-magic inside of that, but we definitely will not be using water wheels anymore. Sorry, I love them. It's enough. I think if I use a water wheel once more, Lee will flipping kill me. So that means we'll break in a boiler on our own for the first time ever. That can only go great. Okay, seriously, I somehow made a boiler. I'm actually quite proud of myself. So we just need to figure out where is it we want to put the entire crafting arrangement. And I honestly do think that's just... let's just put it like in the air to do several more crafting steps afterwards. And then also like I might once again use regular hoppers instead of chutes. I'm so sorry, that's so silly of me. I know we're playing Create, but it is really convenient if I want to set up a chest and a vault which only receives items if the chest under it overflows. This positioning, however, does create a little bit of an issue, and that is, how am I gonna get anything into this basin? It's like at the ceiling. And I mean, look at this boy. Did you know that he can also transport items for you, not just players? So we want 3 of these weighted ejector friends, 2 for 2 pieces of flint, 1 for 1 piece of gravel. I do lie, we want as many of them as possible, they are a lot of fun. But for this factory we will only need 3. So we need to provide power something like this. And then we, I think, shift right click, yep, target selected. This is a viable placing. And if I did everything correctly, then this stack of cobblestone should end up in that basin, despite there very obviously being the mechanical press on top of it. Also, I'm pretty sure that it's currently crafting softened. Oh no! Wait, what are you crafting? Sturdy stone. You can compact cobblestone and you can uncompact cobblestone. See, this is cool. This is really interesting to know. This also highlights that I forgot to put a recipe filter onto the basin. I was a little bit silly of me. Here you go, never make anything but andesite, you hear me? And here's the next logistical challenge. Yeah, we're moving flint, that's not really an issue. We'll just be using 2 injectors. Then here's the issue, we will need to split somehow the conveyor belt feed between the 2. So we will need to be kind of dividing by 2 or something like that. And there is a thing for that. It's not quite for that exactly, but definitely can be used that way. This is an andesite tunnel, and when an item passes through it, really if an entire stack going, it will just separate one item and that's it. It's not really a perfect thing for what we're trying to do, but we're not getting stacks at a time is the thing. We are moving one flint by one thanks to the andesite funnels instead of the brass ones. So it really should kind of take care of itself, honestly. Let's see if it actually functions. I have not played with these yet. I'll have you know. I'm a level with you, man. Really, I'm getting the impression that this does not need to be this complicated. Also, this thing is not doing its job. Huh. Alright, screw you. You think that didn't work, but you know what I bet will? Yeah. I'm just gonna do this. An input from a side. Please work. It is literally shocking to me how consistently double chests end up being logistical genius machines. I feel my brain expanding right now. This mod does things to me, I swear. So okay, this contraption right now is absolutely hilarious to watch as more and more items are being flung through the air. Granting me, admittedly, the gift of a pretty open floor plan in this factory. Look at that! God, but as funny as the item circus is, we do need to actually try and make this into something that we can work with. So I got a lava bucket here, and luckily I can manually input it into the cauldron. Sorry, basin. Oh, look at that! It is working as we want. We just need to supply a large amount of lava somehow, because I can't wait to get rid of all the gravel and flint and all the other stuff clogging up my iron factory. But with how lucky I've been with dripstone, I'd rather not risk it right now, so I'm gonna wait until Lyarrah logs on, because she actually has a pretty cool way of getting a bunch of lava from out of somewhere. I don't know. I honestly have not looked into it, otherwise I would have done it myself.
Alright, I see we're going for the build the machinery first and the building afterwards this time.
I mean, look, I needed to try it out, is all I'm saying. So, here's an issue though. You can see that there's not really a steady supply of lava coming in.
Yeah, I do notice the lack of lava.
We could make like a lava farm, but I hear that for the time being, you know how to get like a big chunk of lava transferred from one place to another using the fluid tanks, because I tried. If you fill the fluid tank and you break it and to move it, it doesn't actually keep anything that's in it.
Well, yeah, I know exactly how to, and I think that you can guess.
Are you insinuating we're gonna travel by air?
No, we're gonna move it as a contraption.
Does a contraption remember all the stuff in it after being disambobulated?
Otherwise the drill wouldn't.
Oh yeah, it does, because the drills did! Yeah!
Yep.
Oh my god, you're so right!
Yeah, I've already used the exact technique to bring back like 300 buckets for Tia's place.
Ah, so that's what that 50-minute long episode was about.
So yeah, how many fluid tanks you got? Let's get something built up.
I mean, no joke, I've crafted 35 when I was building this boiler. Then I still kind of probably used 8 boilers too many on it.
Okay, I think that's a big enough boy at this point. Now we just need the hose pulley for it so that we don't make the mistake Tia and I made last time.
Does a regular, like, pump not work?
Nope, it just takes the block directly in front of it, because lava is not an infinite thing. It's...
Oh...
Yeah...
Is this literally it? Do we want to, like, have anything else attached to it?
I mean, we could make it decorative if we wanted to, but by my calculations, this should fit back into the space that Tia and I made before, so we just gotta connect it together.
Oh. Wait, so you already have like a station in the nether made for these things?
Yes, we just need the actual tank and a hose pulley, and that's it.
Alright, well, let's glue it together. Let's see if it actually works.
Yep.
This is so stupid.
One pocket tank. Whoops.
This is so stupid. I'm never gonna get used to it.
Is.
Every single time it's just like, yoink, let's go!
It is the absolute best.
Oh god, this is... You were really doing it,
yeah,
huh?
I told you. We have it all set up, although I'm going to fix a problem from last time if I've got anything that's, you know, not burnable on me. Actually, I guess I can't, because by nature the hose pulley has to be over lava when I pop it, huh?
Okay, how do I plug this in? Is it gonna blow up if I do this. Oh my god, it basically looks like it's supposed to be here.
Yep.
Were you doing it with the exact this size of a tank is my question?
Yes, we were using this exact same dimensions of tank, so.
Astonishing. Okay, so we just uncontraption it. It becomes this. And do I just put the hose pulley onto the pump?
We do, although that should be a regular pipe, not a pump.
No, it's supposed to be a pump. Like, it needs to suck out of the hose pulley. The hose pulley can't suck itself.
It's just supposed to be the other way around. That was the problem.
Ah.
And we turn this sucker on.
All right. So sail powered. Still yet to make my own windmill in our island, but definitely want like a couple of these exact things for the airship, like as propellers and stuff.
Oh yeah, and they don't generate that much power, honestly. Water wheels do way more.
Well, I don't care, these look cooler.
Fair enough. I was gonna say, if you want to do the honors of cranking it, feel free.
Oh, I need to... Oh, that's how it is.
So lower that on down.
Do I need...
And there you go.
Yeah, there we go. That's an achievement. Pump from a body of lava large enough to be considered infinite. It's actually pretty speedy.
20 minutes to fill the whole thing up, so definitely want to AFK, not just stand here, but
yeah, okay.
You can start figuring out how you're changing the andesite and andesite alloy in the meantime.
So while Lee's down there kind of chugging the nether, I really am gonna go solve the rest of the factory. We figured out how to make andesite, we just need to mix it with the iron nuggets now. Oh, and then build a really nice looking building around it, that would be really fun. Okay, what are we doing here? We're taking off the jetpack. It's convenient, but it's gonna be a nightmare to watch. Well, for one, we'll need still some hoppers, I think, because we will need the same interface that outputs into a chest, and then if the chest is filled, it outputs into anything else. So let's go get that. Never gonna get tired of having an iron farm. It's the best thing ever. I feel myself getting dumber every time I say this, but can a hopper input into a basin? It do! Okay, this is perfect because putting into it from a side is gonna be so much easier, you know, with the with the mixer being right on top of it and obstructing any sort of interaction. And here we're gonna do something like this. Recipe filter, andesite alloy. Wouldn't want you making polished andesite or something like that. Chest here, and now all that we need to do is somehow pull power to this kinetic mixer and also somehow drag, well, the nuggets from out of this item vault all the way here. Huh. God, this contraption is a lot, but one thing it certainly isn't is pretty. And like, I got this entire line ready and I know how to power it, but how do I transfer stuff from all the way down here to all the way down up here? Actually, you know what, never mind, I think I figured it out. Oh my god, this is gonna be so horrible. Okay, test drive. Definitely works. This is quite a bit of roaring machinery, begging to be put out of misery. Between all the flingers, all the everything else, and yada yada, but that honestly, probably just me being mean to it. I bet this can already work. So, Lee's out there, I've canned for our lavas, so I say let's substitute her quickly. I got a lava bucket here ready and waiting. Let's plug it into the basin. This should produce some andesite. There we go. This goes into the andesite thingy, into the basin down here, and naturally immediately gets mixed with a birch plank that I dropped in there by accident. Of course. Are you mixing, brother? Are you gonna do the thing? Oh, we're not mixing fast enough. Hold on, let me go fetch some big cogs. Rotational speed controller? Who's that? Never heard of him. Okay, and now we're mixing. And we're getting advancements. And we're making andesite alloy. Get it! Heck yeah! This is incredible. Love it. Absolutely amazing. This recipe, just a little personal anecdote, has been a nightmare, a personal nightmare of mine for the longest damn time. Every single time I need like an andesite casing or something, it's like, oh, go get the andesite alloy, yada yada. Having a stockpile of it is gonna be such a relief. So good for me. And you know, andesite itself is also a really nice block, so I'm just gonna plop a barrel down here and get a little, you know, trickle down going on. Once this barrel is gonna be filled with andesite, that's where we're gonna be crafting andesite alloy. It's honestly just a matter of AFKing. But first, I say this factory deserves a little bit of a facelift. I'm gonna build a building over it and hide the absolute eroticism of a machine that's going on in here, okay? This is not for children's eyes, like, come on, it's all naked.
Well, the tank's full.
Oh, there you are! Wonderful, wonderful. The thing's done.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, good. Okay, both of our things are done. All right.
The thing's
Cool,
finished.
you,
As finished as it's gonna be.
Wow, this is, I guess I'm glad I have the jetpack still on so I can really take a look at this.
Yeah, I know, it's pretty impressive in my opinion, if I do say so myself. This is meant to be more of a kind of a street on this side, like more of a main streetish, so I made this look a little bit more like a shop than it is a factory. Kind of like a manufacturer, like a refinery of sorts. Yeah, but it's still pretty industrial in my opinion. I love the like ruby red of the crimsite, or whatever it is that
Crimsite, okay.
I'm using here on the walls. Yeah, anyway, so if you come in,
Yeah.
this is Day Shift the Drowned. He's kind of running the shop, making sure that everything functions well.
Nice.
On the inside, you can also kind of do all the maintenance if you want. It's still pretty. It's open plan. It's open season because I really didn't want to abstract the machinery any more than it needs to be, because something here is gonna break, and we're gonna have to fix it.
Fair enough.
I tested it all out. It all works, or at least supposed to.
Oh,
Well, it will
nice.
work when we actually deploy the lava.
I have right here. Here?
Okie dokie. And we make it into not a contraption. Allowing
That's
me...
what it was already.
Yeah, allowing me to do this. No, wait. This. And watch this. We make it back into a contraption.
Alright.
Yeah. You thought it was a regular pipe, didn't you?
I just don't know if it's actually... Hang on, is this actually taking anything? Okay, good, it is.
No, it's working, don't worry about it.
Yeah, well, we have no way to see the current contents of this now, though. Like, we can't see how many
we can tell.
how many buckets are in this.
Okay, for a moment there. These are portable fluid interfaces. They are basically like those docking stations you have on the farm, but for fluid.
Yeah.
And when I realized how easy they are to make, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna flipping tolerate having like contraption back and forth. I'm just gonna let her park the entire contraption, the entire tank here. And I'm not gonna transform it back and forth because I can avoid it.
I mean, I guess I just, number one, get really paranoid about leaving things contraptions ever since what happened to the drill.
Oh, absolutely, but we're not gonna be AFK here until it like runs out, you know.
But more importantly, like I said, I don't know how to tell
Is
how
my
much
logic.
it's used. Like,
if it's working, then it's being used. Whatever. Let's check it out. Are we actually getting... Yeah, we are! Look at that!
is it? No?
I am... No, it is... Do you not hear the dunk?
I don't hear that at all. I just see that the gravel's not moving, so I thought it wasn't working.
I'm honestly shocked that this worked first try, because I did not have a chance to test out the fluid pipe system.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
No, I'm getting a giggle out of watching the andesite pop out of the front every single time that
It's so poopy! I hate it!
stomps.
Just a little...
I love it! It stomps down and then it pops out. It's so good.
Yeah, at approximately the same rate. It's very, very beautiful. But also, I just... And for the time being, I do think that we're going to be using this kind of situation where we put a contraption down on the nether, we fill it in, we go back here, we park the car here, kind of unload it, every morning. And eventually we'll get lava farm, I hope.
Yeah, exactly. We already have all the piping installed, so all we'll have to do is run some lava underneath over here. Got no clue where that's going yet, though. I think it's replacing the farm.
So this is all awesome. Love it. But I wanna go the extra mile. Not the extra mile where we get a lava farm, mind you. That's for one of the next episodes. For now, though, I'm really loving that I have potentially infinite andesite supply, but it is kind of inconvenient because we're there at the workshop and I'm like, oh no, I run out of andesite alloy. I wonder if there's any in the shop. So it's fine that I have to walk and grab it, but I don't want to be wandering, which is why I got these things. The display link, the content observer, and the display boards. In fact, I got like, I don't know what this is, 12 display boards just up there already waiting to happen. I want to display my supply of basically everything, like all I have here, all we're making, I want to be tracking because that will be incredible aid at potentially fixing this farm if it breaks. So I wanna try, nope, that's not what I wanted to try. I wanna try and do something here, right? So this is a content observer. I wonder how it works. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to like point it at something, and then what I need to do is I need to grab a display link and bind it to some sort of a thing that can output information. Hilariously, I'm pretty sure even Nixie tubes will do. So shift right click in this, and then I'm putting this on top of this thing, and nothing happened. 100% successful operation. Okay, let's see, does this thing maybe have like a setting of sort? Oh, okay, so this is the input, this is the output. We are sending to the Nixie tubes, we're getting from the content observer. Ah, I need to scroll. Okay, let's get amount of matching items. Is it gonna work? It is! 39? My man, that's not... Hold on. I'm pretty sure 4,000. There we go. 401. That's better. You almost had me in the first part there. But if we take out all of these and only leave 64, yep, there we go, 64. So this is accurate, and we can even display onto Nixie tubes. But we don't want to display onto the Nixie tubes. We want to display onto the giant board of the display on that side of the farm, so that we can basically see it directly out of our workshop. So I'm gonna just stick a content observer onto the andesite alloy chest as well, and I'm gonna strap one to the iron nugget vault and obviously to the flint vault. And finally I'm gonna hook one up to the gravel, cause like, it's not that I really care how much gravel we're making, but it's gonna be helpful watching like the number change. It's fun when the number go up, okay? Now I just need to right click this baby with all of my content observers, with all my display links, and hope that they remember exactly what I wanted them to do. Yeah, you're line number 2. Look at that! 3,000 iron nuggets! It's not nearly enough for anything, mind you, because an ingot is 9 of those, so... Let's get it a little bit more precise. 3,302 iron nuggets. I'm gonna name the top line vault state. I like the idea of actually labeling my things. There's also another cool thing we can do with stockpile switches, and these are a little bit different. These actually output redstone signal dependent on if the amount of material inside of the vault is within particular parameters. It's really handy and it's really good, but I don't really care for that ability of theirs right now. Right now, I just want to output the thing out of them, because they output something completely different to the just number of material. They output a percentage of how occupied any particular container is. So we can show like a progress bar on, I wanna say line 3, and if we did everything correctly, there we go, that's the progress bar. Progress bar of what? Yeah, I bet you would like to know that, huh? According to this, the gravel vault is literally full, and you know what? I won't have it any other way. And here's the current final configuration. We got the vault state, iron nuggets, andesite, and andesite are things that we actually care about, so we're displaying actual precise amounts. And then gravel and flint, we're just displaying the percentages of the fulfillment of the vault. It's not really doesn't matter, like, the only thing that matters for gravel is if the vault is full or not. And the only thing that matters for the flint is nothing. I hate it and it sucks. Which is why I'm gonna color andesite stuff with light gray and gravel and flint with gray, so that when you look at it, you immediately get all the information kind of like burnt into your brain. Because the iron nuggets are brighter, so you get immediately an impression that it's more important. Let's test it out. How's my factory doing? Look at that! We have 7 andesite alloy. It's gonna be a while, gang, it's gonna be a while. This is pretty cool though. I wish I made this sooner. Would have saved me quite a few trips back and forth.